Hello, Shining Tubers, and welcome to a new series with me, Blue Ankylo. Today we're playing Shining Force, a game originally released for the Sega Genesis, or Master System, depending on where you're from. I believe is the name of it. I always mix up the names. It was the Sega Genesis for me. Anyway, we're playing the Game Boy Advance version, which has some advanced controls. It improves the input selection for the player, updates the graphics a little bit, and adds an entire second sort of story side quest stuff to go on. Few new characters and all that kind of stuff. This is the very first strategy RPG I ever played, and probably what got me hooked on the genre at a very young age. And I think it's a great game still, even to this day. The story for the first Shining Force, this one, as you may be reading along with me, is relatively simple. Nothing terribly complicated, fairly easy to get into, I feel. The second game is a little bit more interesting, and maybe we'll get there eventually. That's perhaps my favorite Sega game of all time, in fact, but this one's still really good, and I figured I ought to play this one first. So, as it says, Shining Force Resurrection of the Dark Dragon. Let's get on with it. So, apparently that was all in the ancient past. Something about dark dragons and dark powers, all bad things. And a secret force capable of protecting it. You are that force. But then what happened? Alright, well, we won't have to deal with Simone very often. Old story that's been passed down in rune. Okay. Sure, we'll read you the book, little girl. She actually doesn't look all that young, to be honest. Anyway, she's mostly our our menu system for this part of the game. Alright, his default name is Max. I'm going to leave it at Max, because that's his canonically correct name. So there you go. I suppose we can just hit start. It's a cool name. I mean, I could have said Blue Ankylo, and then she would have said that was cool too. Alright. That is Max. And that is our... what would you call him? Trainer, I guess? Anyway, meet Varios. He's pretty awesome. He's a centaur, by the way. There's lots of centaurs. Hya! Hya again! Good, good. It's all about breathing, apparently. Thanks for the training, old dude. Alright, so now we have free control of our character. So in the original first game, when you wanted to talk to someone, you couldn't actually just click one button. You had to load up the menu, which apparently we can't even load up right now, which is hilarious. Ah, this menu. No, that's like my stat menu. Point is, things have improved a lot over the days. Sound balance, this is all fine. Maybe turn it up just... No, if I turn it up too much, it'll look really dumb. We'll just leave it like that. We'll get into cards. If you haven't played the Game Boy Advance one, cards are new. And the stat screen, you know the deal. So, yeah, point is, it was a lot more complicated. You had to open a menu to talk to them. Kind of like the very first Dragon's Quest or Dragon's Warrior. So apparently we know all about fighting people. All the books we read are about how to stab people, basically. And now we meet Lo. I am amazing. Can I get past you now? Apparently we're not allowed to get past Lo. Can't seem to recall my past. Been training for a year. Nope, still don't remember anything. Maybe. Sure. Alright, see you later, Varios. Thanks for the training. Alright. Oh yeah, and we can run. Awesome. So much better. This is why I'm playing this version almost entirely, because we can move double speed. without even using, like, frame skip. I wonder what's going on. Let's go spy on them. Low's alright. So, apparently there's an invasion or something that's going to happen. Oh, yes, this is a nice little map. I like some of the additions from the advanced version. So, we're in Guardiana. Runefaust is the continent on the east. Can I guess what your odd dream was? Sorry, old man. No idea. Yeah, seriously, I have no idea what you dreamt. Okay, you dreamed about... Thanks. It's a little bit creepy. Alright, well... Okay. What's wrong, father? How do you know? Oh, yes, yes. How to save your game. Okay, we'll save our game. Thank you very much. You know, these old school RPGs, they like you to save your game. I will continue. Thank you very much. He does do some other things. So the churches, yeah, thanks. Here we go. So you can cure poisoning and cursing for a bit of money. You can promote your characters to advanced classes eventually, and you can even revive them. He charges money for curing and reviving, though, as most churches do. It's nothing to worry about forgetting your memory, or losing your memory. It happens to us all. I don't think most people forget an entire, like, their entire life. Legend of Light and Dark, I'm sure good and evil, all that business, standard fare. Alright, good to know. He's pretty tough, dude. Maybe I don't want to be a knight if I just have to stand around and guard all the time. Ooh, treasure. Man-arena? Oh, yeah, of course there's always a perverted old man. There's some story about a certain mage. Oh yeah, I've seen your cart. You mean this thing? Bam! Ha ha ha! It was this guy over here. This guy did it. It's got no brakes, just one little nudge, and you send it, knock people over. Look, dude, you want to fight? Let's do it. Got a cute little doggy. Grandpa hangs around the bar all the day. Oh man, what a tough life. Mom stays in the basement. Grandpa goes to the bar. No books to read here. It's a pretty small town. It won't take us too long to get through it all. Did I go in here? No. Okay, you should always listen to strange children. Married life has so many worries. I'd stay free and single if I were you. Okay. You must have stayed up too late watching scary movies. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go to the item shop, buy some goods. No one's buying weapon or travel items? Does that mean, is that because you're not selling anything? Or because no one comes to your store? So we're not allowed to buy any swords, I guess. But we can at least buy some things. There's tends to be rings for sale at a lot of the stores in this version. Good luck being able to afford them, though. Anyway, Angel Ring retreats from battle. We don't really need these that badly. And then herbs and seeds heal you up a little bit. Pretty standard stuff. They sometimes have deals. I didn't check that out. Special items. Goblins? What is going on here? So apparently there's goblins outside. Anyone that has their own picture is kind of an important person, basically, as you may have guessed. Sure, let's talk to Gort. Great with a sword. Oh. Apparently the knights are kind of jerks. Hey, he's alright. Don't be rude. If he stays here drinking all the time, he's your best customer. Let's check out this little tower. Lord Max. Wow, I didn't know I was a lord. not even a knight. How could I be a lord? They're just jealous. I love it. We're stuck. What kind of, like, authoritarian town is this? We can't even leave? We're trapped in here? I just want to go outside. It's really odd I've had no guests. Huh. So there's no travelers, no shoppers, nothing. Something suspicious is going on. The guards won't even let us leave. Anyway, welcome to the castle. As the guards tell you. We're not allowed to go to the headquarters. We don't have any permission for that. So we got some knights training over here. Totally of no use. Why do we have knights if there's no wars? Maybe you should listen to these merchants. Scouting and getting information. You know, it's good for the army, right? Your battle cries. Get out of here. Come on, guys. At least this guy's cool. I suppose the problem is, to be a knight, it seems like you need to be a centaur. Which we are not, so we'll never be a knight. Talk to this old man. You can see for miles. I don't know what's going on in the bottom. Well, we'll check that out in a second. Climb up the tower, see another old man. Oh, a lookout! You'd think this would be a good place to find if there's an invasion coming. Good place to look. Apparently no one tells us anything, though. We'll check the basement out. Oh, there's some, like, crazy machinery stuff here. And a mage. Everyone's interested. I don't actually remember exactly what this room does, or the fact that it perhaps does nothing, but they allude that it can do something. It's kind of curious. Come on, I have the right. I'm the player. I can go wherever I want and steal stuff from anywhere. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Yeah, he doesn't tell me anything either. No, I know nothing. Gate of the Ancients? What's that? May's kind of rude. Maybe she's the rude knight that everyone's talking about. You guarding treasure? Sweet, let me in. I'll have some treasure. Hey, 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 come on. Let me in, buddy. So you're not allowed to get past this guard. Oh. I didn't know they'd tell you two things. That's nice. I like it when dialogue gets updated a little bit as you play along. Is there anything else in the castle to check out? Probably not. This is probably the last place to go. Well, okay. So what's up? Hi, Varios. I should speak to the king. Well, how about I speak to this guy? He looks suspicious. This guy looks suspicious too. Alright, king. An evil aura. Okay. Thanks, Nova. How'd you do that? Sounds relatively important. Oh. So instead of sending knights, you're gonna, what, send me? Listen to what they say. Okay, Nova. Okay, so we got some ancient gate. The legacy of the gods. Guardiana. The name of the town sounds, you know, makes sense. Okay, Ward doesn't like us either. And Varios wants us to lead a force. Perhaps a shining force, in fact, to the gate. Well, sure, let's have a look around first. Look! I have to check out the king's room. There could be treasure here. I don't think there's any treasure, but you have to look, right? What about these people? It's totally annoying. What am I annoyed about? Oh, it's this girl called Tao. She's got magical skills, and now she's a mage. It's totally not fair. Well, why don't you get some magical skills, or some skills? Do you know of Manarina? I've heard of it. Hey, I just talk to people and listen. My first blaze, heart of a mage. Bolt spells 101. We might learn a thing or two about Bolt one day. Magical Man Arena. Alright. Alright, King. I've done all the talking. You want me to go to the Gate of the Ancients. I was born to fight. Sure. The King trusts us. How could we say no? Let's gather our companions. Cool, so who, like, you know, who are we taking with us? Like, so far it's just me. So are they going to tell me any tips here? A wretch like you. Okay, Ward, that's enough. Behave yourself. Alright, head to headquarters. Oh, okay, sorry. Let's go to headquarters. It's just over here. Quick, get inside. Alright, thanks, buddy. Welcome to headquarters. Ken, he's a knight. Not like the other knights, he's just a young knight. And he likes us. Hello, Teo. I don't know, probably Tao or something. Hans, the useless archer. I don't like Hans very much. We're going to get a lot of companions, and Hans is not my favorite. Luke is pretty cool. Alright, we've got 4 new members. That puts us up to 5. You can have 12 in battle at once. So we've got a long way to go. I'm not used to this kind of battle either. Oh, wait a second. Our buddy Lo. Ah, you're the healer. How far will we get without a healer? So we got like 1 of each basic class now. Yeah, we could use lots of comrades. Alright, my man. I like it. Lo's pretty cool. Now I have to report to the king. Alright, well first let me just chit-chat with these guys for a second. So, one of the things that's kind of cool about this version of the game is everyone sort of tells you a story if you use them in battle and you don't let them die. And the longer you can keep them alive without dying. There's no permadeath, but once they've died once in battle, you've kind of locked out of the rest of their story. So we'll see how far we get, if I can keep people alive. Hans will probably die, because he always gets killed. So he's a fortune teller. My code is blue, okay. See? All you guys that think blue ankylos would be sad, it's the color of hope and growth. Except for sometimes failure. That's not so good. Don't lose hope. Alright. And then they like... Sometimes they give you a card. We'll have a look at these cards later on. So... That's the hint that you need to take them on some more battles before you get more dialogue. And if you can get everybody's card, that's pretty cool, but they don't all come from talking. Some of them are hidden. Secret treasures. So he's from the Guardiana band of warriors. No, that's kind of a normal name. Oh, you're the only one. Never mind. I guess the first run of cards is pretty easy to get. And then we'll have to hear about that band later on. Alright, Lo just likes to eat stuff. It's pretty awesome. Deep-fried giant bat. I don't know about that specifically, but... Alright, I wonder if we can get everybody's card right away. I think Teo's or Tao's is kind of hidden somewhere. So his father was a knight, just like May's. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, Ken. That's tough. There's a lot more backstory for these characters than there were in the original game, which I think is kind of cool. And the mages all hang up here. Sure. Why are you a mage? I actually knew you were a maid before. That's already known. Ah, she does have the elven ears too, by the way. Alright, she didn't give us a card. She's the only one that skipped out on the cards. And then this is, of course, Nova. He doesn't fight, but he's kind of like our... I don't know what you call him. He's the guy that helps you organize who you're going to bring into battle. Yeah, I'm sure. And we can store stuff here. Money. And he gives you advice for the next battle, which is sometimes useful. Sure, you can get info on a class of enemy just by fighting one of them. Watch out for counterattacks. Rune Knights are tough, and we're still weak. In fact, we're all level 1. Mages and archers have low defense, blah blah blah. You know the drill by now. It's set to pretty low difficulty early on. Like I said, this is the first of these kind of games I ever played, so it's obviously not that hard. There's a carriage at the gates. Awesome. Excellent. He gave us some money. $100. Ward still doesn't trust us. Alright, thanks, King. Goblins. Oh no. Alright, see you later, Various. So we got ourselves a shining force. I think for now we're just a force, though. I don't think any of the townsmen update their text right now. We can't buy any weapons. And we could buy some herbs if you really want. To be honest, they recommend you buy some herbs. I don't really think it matters. They'll be fine. And Gort, he just wants to talk to me. A lot of these people, you know, they're going to be recruitable. It's just, for now, this is just the early game. We're not allowed to recruit anybody yet. Alright, to the Gate of Ancients. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Little horse carriage. Oh, right. This isn't in the original game either. Where am I? What the heck is going on? And whoa, who's that dude with the crazy claws? Welcome to the first new character from the advanced version. Moloch. Ah, so this is the guy that needs cards. We've already got a few. Okay. Thanks, dude. I don't know if extremely useful is the correct word, but they have some uses. See you later, Moloch. Depending on what cards we get, you can kind of give him different abilities. You'll see. To be honest, he's not really my favorite character. Okay, so defeat the Rune Knight within 8 turns to receive bonus cash. We can still change our team, we can look the overall map, we can remind ourselves the things, and you can even run away if you're scared. We are totally ready, let's get to it. Move it, goblins! Alright. Now, for the most part, in this first battle, the enemy AI is incredibly simple, so this isn't going to be that difficult. It's the beginning of the Runefaust invasion. And that's not good. Why is there a giant earthquake and a chasm beside us? Oh boy, that's bad. Yeah, what was that? Whatever, take these guys out. It's not very nice. Alright. So, the turn order is determined by a character's agility? There we go. I was trying to figure out which button brought up. You can actually see the order of turns here if you want. It's mostly, I think, just based on their agility stat, and it will go up as the levels go up. So if you really want to be pro, you can look at the turn order. I probably won't be using this all that often, but it is very, very useful if you're trying to plan out defenses and stuff, so you know who's the next turn's going to be and all that business. The map is not very useful. And yeah, we've already been through all that. Quit. I think it's like a sleep function. There should be. Isn't there a way to see our stats? No, that's our actions. Okay, here we go. That's no. There we go. This is the screen I was trying to get to. Point is, everyone's got very basic stats, HP, MP. Experience is based on the 100 system. Once you get to 100, you get a level up. The higher the discrepancy between enemies' level and yours is, kind of the less experience you get. So you can't over-level very easily. movement agility. It's all very straightforward stuff, I expect. And they even show you a growth chart for approximately the rates. It doesn't make much difference, but it gives you a bit of an idea of how it's going to work. So we're going to check out, for instance, how far... Can I not check? Pretty sure... Sorry, I'm having a hard time with the controls. I forget what button does what. There we go. So you can see how far the goblin can move. He could theoretically attack Teo if she stands there. So you don't want to move any further up than right here, I think. Or, sorry. I don't want to mess this up right off the bat. Don't stand on the kludgy square. Okay. This should be fine. And defend doesn't really do anything. It just sort of prepares you for the next turn. And then I don't really want to let them get any first attacks off. So I'm just going to move people up close enough that next turn we'll be able to get an attack in. If you rush forward, you know, they'll get some free hits on you, basically. Oh, I actually might have had Luke close enough to get hit. Ken, interestingly enough, has a spear, so he can throw... He's got a range of 2 on his attack. He can use spears and lances. Lances have range of 1, spears have ranges of 2. So, good start. Lo is our healer. He's not particularly good at hitting stuff. He's very difficult to level up because most of his experience comes from healing people, and you only get 10 experience per heal, and he only has enough magic to do it 3 turns per battle. 4 heals per battle, which is not even a single level up. I think I'm okay to move up here. We should be able to protect Teo if things go alright. Or she'll die in the first round, and I'll be very, very upset. But I'm kind of counting on getting enough damage here that we can save her. Thank you, Hans. I would say, especially the early game, is easier in Shining Force for the Game Boy Advance than Shining Force for the Sega. Because I think everyone is doing like 1 or 2 damage more, or if... Like, I don't remember people doing 10 damage like this on the first battle at level 1. So I do think this is a little bit easier than maybe it used to be. Now I'm a little bit... Actually, I don't think we can kill this last guy. So Teo might get hit here. Ken will have to try to defend her. Those guys in the back aren't going to move. Yeah, okay, so he gets a hit here. Shouldn't be able to one-shot her, though. 4 damage, not too bad. I happen to know that these guys don't move. Even though we're in range, technically, they're sort of set to defend AI. They're defending the Groon Knight. And the most experience you can get per combat is 48. Oh, good, he dodged it. That's annoying. 48 experience is killing something that you're... That you can get full experience from, basically. Lo can't do anything. So, I mean, you can also see 8 turns to win this battle is pretty easy. It's not a big deal. You can level grind in this. I forgot to mention, perhaps. This might trigger the next wave. Hans could die. That would be pretty bad if he gets killed here. But, I mean, I feel like most of this first fight is pretty easy to start with. But yeah, to level grind, as soon as we get to... I'm just going to try to protect Hans in case they do attack. The spell we have here, Egress, that will run you away from the battle, so you'll have to restart it from the beginning. But you keep any experience and items you've already gotten. They going to move now? No, they still didn't attack. Alright, let's get started here. Ken, he actually doesn't get a whole lot of HP, but he has a lot better defense than the archer and the mage. Alright. How bad is it, folks? 2 damage. Yeah, like I said, pretty good defense. And although Lo could heal him, I think it's more important to heal our mage. So here's the healing animation. I really like these little cutscenes. They're also in Fire Emblem, but for now, you know, Shining Force is where I first saw them. The Dark Dwarf probably a little bit stronger. Yeah, 3 damage. Hope they don't kill him, actually. No, they always attack Max if they can. If they're adjacent to Max, they will always attack him. He has highest priority for taking hits, basically. Alright, Teo's got one more spell. I'm going to try to get her a kill here. Getting your mages some level ups is really, really handy, so they get more MP early on. And that was her last cast, basically. Still not enough experience. You can double check that. How? Ah, wrong button. So she made it to 90 experience. Yeah, we're not doing great on the whole level up bit. And the goblins are level 3. That's why, because they're 2 levels ahead of us, that's why we get sort of full experience. Oh good, the archer gets a level up. He gets faster. He always gets the worst level ups. That's why I hate him so much. I think Luke just tries to focus down the goblin to remove 1 attack. Luke maybe should have attacked the Dark Dwarf now that I think about it. I like Luke. He's got good defense, good HP. Pretty good attack power, too, for that matter. And of course, your hero... I mean, that's the kind of damage I'm used to seeing back in the original game. So Ken is hurting for sure. I might as well take advantage of his extra range for now. Oh, just short 1 damage. Well, this is an interesting situation. As much as it might be smart to heal Ken right now, because it's so difficult to get level ups with the healer, I'm actually going to go for the kill here. 2 damage, woohoo! But that gets low, like, 5 castings, or sorry, almost 4 castings of heal worth experience. And excellent. The dwarf does attack Luke. There's no zone of control or anything. He could have moved and hit someone else, but they do often just attack whatever's adjacent. Now, because Hans already has a level up, I'm not going to really bother. Teo, I'm just going to try to get her a little bit more experience. She won't be able to get a level up, but, you know, it might give her a couple experience. Yeah, it's not barely worth it. And you can see the boss is not moving closer to attack us. That's pretty typical. There you go. Defense up is better than speed up in my books. And then we can actually get the kill with our hero, which is nice. Max is always, you know, risk and reward. If he dies, you lose. You have to reload your game. But he is quite... You got to level him up somehow. I'm going to wait 1 more turn here. I want to heal up Ken specifically. I think Ken could probably be one-shot by the Silver Knight. Or Rune Knight, whatever it's called. There are Silver Knights eventually. Yeah, we have until turn 6 to win this battle. What was he? Rune Knight, yeah. We're not attacking it, even though I want to wait for the Rune Knight's turn. Now we will start taking our actions. So, I don't think Teo's going to be able to get a level up, unfortunately, which is too bad. Luke's going to start us off. This is also the time when you would, if you're really farming for experience, now is when you would use Egress on max, basically. If I cast Egress right now, we'd go back to town, sort of, you'd see, and we could come back and grind some levels. We're not going to worry about that right now, because this is the first battle. I just want to show you, you know, how it normally works. Plus, the first couple battles aren't that hard. I'll do some level grinding off camera now and then. But there you go. Max is the only one that got attack up. He tends to get the best level ups, in my opinion. And a Bronze Lance is pretty good, actually, too. Ha 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 ha! Well, we did kill you. Long live King Ramladu. We did it quick enough. We got the gold bonus. So you can actually farm experience and gold. I forgot to mention that. You get gold for killing the monsters, so. Maybe we should rush back to the castle. But wait! It's not so simple. And of course, there's between battles, your team fully heals. So as you saw, you didn't really need any medicinal herbs or anything. It's not that scary. So, we're already on the second battle. We're not actually going to fight this one right off the bat. You can see sort of the path we have to take. We can't go south anymore. The road is blocked because of that giant chasm. But if we retreat here, this is actually sort of important, because this is an area of the game you could miss. And a character you could miss. So, meet Gong. Well, What? He just saw a shooting star and it's fate. And now we have Gong. He's a monk. He can punch things, and he can also heal. So this gets us 2 healers, which makes the next couple fights a fair bit easier. So I recommend doing that. It's kind of sneaky. Also, meet Yogurt. He is incredibly useless, but we'll meet him again later on. An odd creature. Yeah. He's supposed to be a gopher, I believe? Something like that. And of course, the man at the mountain hut is a priest. This is so that basically if you die, you can resurrect people and save your game, essentially. Which, you know, makes sense, of course. So, you don't have to fight 2 battles in a row if you don't want. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end the episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and you've got a taste for what this game has to offer. Like I said, the beginning is quite easy, but the game does ramp up in difficulty fairly quickly before too much longer, and it's pretty fun. I've really enjoyed my time with it, so hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.